Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. You join us just post-January transfer window where we've made some signings, of course. If you missed those episodes, check the channel page for them. One of them is Faris Salihovic, as you can see here, being unveiled to the Chesnoid faithful after his move from Girona in Spain. Tom Edwards has been just as good as he ever has been for us. Basically, his entire career at the club has been absolutely stellar. And we've actually two players up for the January Player of the Month, which is superb. We find ourselves just a single point off second in the Premier League and 8 off top. Arsenal having a bit of a mid-season wobble. Not a massive wobble, they're just drawing, not losing, but it's closing the gap because we at the minute are putting together a decent run of fixtures. We've Everton to start today, then we'll sim the first leg against Rangers, play against West Ham, play the second leg against Rangers, and then sim the cup against Stockport. And that should take us quite comfortably into March. So things looking pretty straightforward laid out ahead of us. What I will ask you to do is follow the link in the description to the Twitter post where you guys can again, please, submit your kits for next season. It may well next season potentially be the final season, so please do hit me up with some absolute bangers if you don't mind. I'd love some fantastic kits for season 8, as we will go for as many trophies as possible in that year. This year we're just trying to achieve any trophies, and well, we're in the mix for 3 at the moment, aren't we? So fingers crossed things can go our way. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. A good 25% of you that watch these videos aren't actually subbed to the ChesnoidGaming channel, so hit that subscription button and you'll never miss a video, especially if you hit the notifications bell. Right, let's start at home against Everton and take it one game at a time. Everton line up with Lucas Chevalier in goal continually. Kadiolu, Kusunu, Lovato and Bradley Locko, I believe, is the new signing for them at left back. James Garner in the midfield. Takafusa Kubo and Oscar Glauc sat with Amadou Haidara in the midfield with Maran Bawadu and Octavian Popescu. It's a 4-1-4-1. It always weirds out Everton's line up with a 4-1-2, 1-2-2, 4-4-1-1. Just because some players are actually down technically as a cam, as opposed to... Oh, helps if you turn that controller off, doesn't it? Just because some players are technically down as a cam and some are down as left wingers, not left mids. But, you know, it's a 4-1-4-1. And hopefully we can end up with a 4-1 scoreline. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Bianchi and Navarrete. Salah. Edwards making a move. Can I get it through that gap and then sharply turn onto the left? Yes, we can. But Chevalier makes a very good save. First clear-cut effort for us. Nicolo Barella has gone to Southampton in this save. Now, that is a hell of a statement of intent from Southampton Football Club. We're not even at the calibre of club with Southampton on the second channel to even contemplate signing someone like Nicolo Barella yet. That's insane. What a signing. Southampton have made some really, really good signings in this save, haven't they? Got Luis Diaz on the wing for them, one of the league's top goal scorers for at least one of the seasons we've been in the Premier League so far. Might even be signing Luis Diaz at Southampton in the Saints save as well. I think Salinas is just onside here, but there's a lot of defenders coming. And Lovato gets across quickly enough to deny me the opportunity to turn that home. Fleming with the cross. Francisco's, well, fouled as far as I'm concerned. That is a push and a foul. Just need to find some space. Patrick Guy. There's not much space. Edwards, he's got a bit of it. And that is perfect placement over shot power personified. All the P's. Tommy Edwards, the man, steps up again. And we lead by a goal to nil in the second half. The first shot that's shown any real quality. And wow. What quality it was indeed. Worthy of a replay, I think, from there. He just actually didn't move initially. Held his position, which meant that there was that pocket of space in front of him. And talk about picking your spot. Top bins. You love to see it. Sorry, Sean. You're 1-0 down, pal. Guy. Fleming. You can see the overlapping run. I could have maybe tried to play an early ball into Edwards, but Romero's not a great passer. He's not bad, but he's not the sort of man that can slot through that level of through ball. Oh, a lovely touch by Bianchi. And he's missed the target. In the side for the suspended Milo Baumann. Brilliant turn and take. And then he straightened himself up to the goal as well and still managed to put it wide. Edwards is through. Tommy, little loft. Oh, I envisaged Chevalier going to ground there, and he didn't, annoyingly. We could have made it 2. Fans screaming, blowing for the whistle to come. It's only seconds in coming, but clearly the fans can appreciate how good Everton have been in this game and how difficult it's been to try and get ourselves this victory, but grind out a 1-0 we have done. And by doing so, we're not playing well, shows that we are a side that hopefully can count ourselves in one of the best in the division. Similarly to Leicester in 2016, we might not have stellar individuals in every single position, but we are a good team. And a good team can achieve great things. Everton only had one shot in the whole bloody game. They were never going to win that one. Knockout European football for us then. Unfortunately in the orange of the Europa League, not the blue of the Champions League. I can't change the colour of my nets as per the comment on a recent episode. Midway through a season, I don't believe. So we've still got Champions League themed nets back at home. Apparently Ibrox and Celtic Park were supposed to be in the game this year, but the scans weren't ready in time to be added into this year's game. So they should be in FC24, is what I'm led to believe anyway. So if Ibrox had been in the game now, I probably would have played this first leg actually, just to experience playing at Ibrox, because it's very rare that we even have the chance to play against Rangers in career mode in a save outside of Scotland, and Scottish saves tend not to be that popular really. So it's nice to play Rangers, but it would be even better to beat them. Salinas' light injury has me a little concerned. It's just as well, perhaps, that we bought Salahovic in January. Otherwise, we might have been knackered if Salahovic is out for a while. It did say light injury, though, so that should only be days or weeks as opposed to months and months. We're in again here. Oh, but we still can't take this 1-0 lead. Baumann fires over. Less than 20 to go now, and it's still 0-0 here. Very weird how we've been free scoring. Now a light injury to Baumann as well. No, that's just an injury. That wasn't even a light injury. I'm starting to worry now. 2 injuries in the same game is not great. And today's episode so far has been short of quality. 1 goal. We've got more injuries than we've got goals, put it that way. Well, the final whistle sounds. It is 0-0 despite us having a strong first and second half. 3 chances in each. Newcastle 1, Juventus 1 is a big tie for this preliminary round. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous here. How long are these guys going to be out for? My controller just turned off, which is not great. Excuse me, I need you to work if I'm to actually be able to do anything. Thank you. Salinas is out for 4 months with a lateral collateral ligament damage in his knee. And a medial collateral ligament damage for Baumann. What are the odds? 2 4-month knee ligament injuries in the same game. Wow. Now it is a saving grace that we upgraded on Jacek Wilk to sign Faras Salihovic, because, well, quite frankly, he's going to be the man that has to lead us to glory this season, because Salinas is not available for the rest of the season, it seems. That's a big blow. Felipe Rodriguez is currently my best other striker. He's got potential to be special. Got a bit of pace. Actually, technically, he doesn't look that bad. How he's only 73 rated is actually a bit of a myth, really. 83 ball control, 78 finishing, 76 short pass. He's not bad. 83 volleys. Why is he only 73 rated? Well, you're getting called back, pal, because I need a second striker. And thankfully, they arrive immediately. So I can throw him then straight onto the squad list, straight onto the bench. Felipe, now might be your chance to make it as a professional footballer in the biggest league in the world. Although it will be Salahovic that starts against West Ham next. West Ham have Etienne Green in goal. Victor Christensen, Mateus Hayes, Mohamed Salisu, Luis Al and Kieran Tierney's their back 5. Scott Underwood and João Neves in the midfield. Morgan Rogers, Gonçalo Ramos and Balak Wisher out on the left. It's a good team for West Ham, but they're not having a great season. Santiago Jimenez on the bench could be decent for them as well. Thomas Soucek as a go-to. They've also got the Declan Rice regen as well. We, of course, now starting without Baumann and Salinas. And hopefully it won't kill our season. Rogers, Underwood with a quick 1-2. A 1-2-3. And Gonçalo Ramos in front of him is pretty bloody good, as we found out at Nottingham Forest last year on F1, I was going to say, on FIFA 22. We absolutely need to be wary of him. And we need to find out just how good this Salihovic is. He's in here. A good turn on his favoured left. That's how good this Salihovic is. Within 8 minutes of playing his first game for me, he's buried it in the top corner. That's what you love to see. Another. I think every striker we've had since Glover in Season 1 has been blonde-haired. I think even Glover might have had blonde hair, actually. We've had, like, 6 blonde-haired starting strikers in our time at the club. Apparently, I have a type that I wasn't aware of. Salah down the line to Navarrete. Salihovic is in the middle, and he's taller than Navarrete, so he could be an aerial threat. That's half the reason why we brought him over a couple of others that were available because of his physicality, although evidently, technically, with the ball at his feet, he's not bad, considering the quality of the goal he just scored. He played in the FA Cup against Fleetwood as well and scored. So far, he is played 2, scored 2. But he might have the opportunity to play 2, score 3, because he'll probably take the penalty here. Penalty given, I think it was Christensen that took Fleming down, and indeed he takes a yellow card for it. Did he get any of the ball? He just missed it, and he's just wiped out Fleming, unfortunately for him. It is Salihovic that's on the pen. Not sure what his penalty stats are. 86 shot power, 79 penalties, 77 finishing. Well, judging by his first ever, it's not 77 finishing. That was as in the corner as a penalty could be, and Etienne Green still made the save. So it is no second goal yet. But we will keep pushing and try and find that second sooner rather than later. Patrick Guy against his former team doesn't have it though. Right, we can ping 50-yard switches of our own, you know. It's a lovely ball and a great take too. Oh, speaking of great takes, how's your first touch, Alex? That was wonderful. It's Patrick Guy. Been no shyness in around his game so far against his former team. Oh, trying to score a very similar strike to the Everton one, but Edwards under pressure this time, and the man, and actually it was freer than I thought. I thought the defender was right on his shoulder. He wasn't. He probably should have done better with that, actually, Tom. Back there to Christensen. And inside nicely again. Underwood over the top. Can we get to it? No. What's Roger? Oh, he's going for goal! Trying to catch everybody out. That was intentional. 100% intentional to go for the near post there. And if it goes in, you have to take your hats off to him, because that would have been genuinely superb and a bit of genius from the West Ham man. Unfortunately, Ruben Richardson was equal to it. I say unfortunately, I'm rather glad it didn't go in. Tom Edwards, can he score? Oh, his left foot is a wand 99% of the time. Missed one earlier. He wasn't going to miss this time. Buried. That's 2-0 to us. We'll take the 3 points. Boos around the London Stadium. Calm down, lads. That's Raul Neves. And around the corner. Where do you go? Do you block the shot? Do you block the pass? You can't do both. Morgan Rogers arrives, and he does have his goal. Not quite as genius as his attempt earlier on, but they have put it in the back of the net, West Ham, and they're back within one of us. Again, we're going to have to be holding on to a slim 1-0 advantage here, but hopefully we can do that. 8 minutes to do so. This ball forward into Rogers. Oh, Ben. What an interception by Ben Jack. That was instigated by himself. I didn't do that. That was superb. Just got the vision and the interceptions to be able to position himself superbly and get that ball back. Now then, keep the ball and we'll win the game. Down the line is the option in Javi Parra, who actually is now getting involved. Oh, and there's space on the far side. And Alex Salah to seal it! In front of the travelling fans, it's 3-1. Read the name on the back of his shirt and weep, West Ham fans. That'll be 3 points for us. The final whistle sounds at the London Stadium, and their bubbles have been well and truly burst today. Not only have we burst the team's bubbles, but apparently all of the fans in the stadium as well, because they're booing quite loudly. We'll take that though. It means that they've had a terrible day. We could have been 4, to be fair, if Salihovic had tucked away the penalty, and on any other day, that penalty would have nestled right in the top corner. It just so happened that somehow the keeper pulled off an absolute worldy save. Right, up next, we'll be playing Rangers then in the second leg of the preliminary knockout round of the Europa League. Rangers have brought South Leonardo Duarte in goal. Glenn Kamara is in the middle. with a yellow card. So if they do get through, then and he gets booked, he and Divine in similar circumstances won't be available for the next round. But of course, we don't want them to get through, so we're going to try and beat them ourselves and knock them out. Felipe Rodriguez gets a start. The young potential to be special, five-star young Brazilian that was out on loan has had to be recalled due to the injury to Nacho Salinas to add squad depth, and now he gets his first game in a Phoenix's shirt. Let's see what he can do with it. That was horrible. And how he's only got a yellow for that, Sakala, I don't know, because that was nasty. Here's Felipe Rodriguez. He's five-star, so we should be able to do something positive with him. His technical stats, as we saw earlier, actually aren't that bad, so he might be slightly higher rated as maybe a centre forward or a cam, but we'll leave him at striker because it doesn't really matter with his overall when you're playing with him. As long as the stats are there on an individual basis, then he's good enough. And I think he should be, at least for this level, Europa League against Rangers, he should be good enough. Edwards is just on side there as well. Pretty sure. Tommy! Ooh. Duarte with the save. There was a Duarte in goal for Wigan that made some fantastic saves in the cup against us domestically. Oh my lord. And now this Duarte is doing the same. I wonder if they're related. Fleming with another corner. Francisco this time maybe. Can't win the header. Carter Little will nod it down. Salah from range. Straight into their left back. And there will be no goal yet. We'll get the turn. Look for the ball over the top. It's not amazing, but Salah can chest that down. Edwards, I trust, with the ball at his feet, but bringing it down off his chest didn't quite work. Lowry's got the option on the far side. That's what he's going to look for. It's a brilliant ball. Keeper's come and not gotten there. Rangers lead on the night and on aggregate. The man that arguably shouldn't be on the pitch after that horrendous two-footed lunge after 30 seconds gives Rangers the lead. Navarrete into Patrick Guy and out wide. Going for the jugular. Going on a quick counter. Salah racing in behind. Felipe's there. If I can just pull it back to him. Didn't find him though. Patrick Guy, Tom Edwards. No room. Felipe, Guy. Felipe and goal! Salihovic scored on debut and on his second performance. And well, that's a finish from Felipe. Jeez, that's worthy of a replay as well. What a goal! I just hit it out of hope more than anything, so I know where else I could go with it. Put quite a bit of power behind it, and that is not actually right in the top corner, but it's the shot power that does him. Shot power was one of his better stats, and evidently we can use that to our advantage. Welcome to the club, Felipe Rodriguez. Salah. Navarrete. Which way do we go? That way. Through that gap. Brilliantly done. And there's the run. Felipe's in again. Felipe Rodriguez! Duarte with another top stop. We could be clear away from Rangers if their goalkeeper wasn't so bloody annoying. And even when you beat the keeper, turns out the man on the post clears it instead. I was meant for Felipe. Here you go, Felipe. Score another worldie. It's blocked well. Into Para. It's opened up for Edwards. Here you go. Tommy, don't let me down, please. Good lad. On the hour mark, we take the lead in the Europa League for the first time. We are in front in a European knockout tie for the first time in the club's history. We don't want to surrender that lead. Thank you very much. Zentner. Inside to Lowry. They're in again here, Rangers. He's got loads of people to play it to. He just didn't make a decision quickly enough. There were arguably 3 Rangers players there just waiting for a tap-in. All they needed was the ball to be squared to them, and Rangers were back level in the game just 6 minutes after we'd taken the lead. Less so, even, as we progress. That's a really decent tackle from a striker as well, tracking back brilliantly to win possession. Edwards. Come on then. Fleming. Through the gap. Felipe Rodriguez maybe. Oh, with a goal and an assist. Oh, if Guy had read that better. If I had read that better, we'd have been in for another. Moments remaining. Lowry is down the wing. Ramon Navarrete with him. It's done me. I thought he was going to cut back. Oh, still can't get rid of it. Lefebvre. Oh, composure in the box from Guy. You love to see it. A cheeky little Cruyff turn to get away. And towards the corner will go. There's a foul in there as well, and that will see us through to the next round of the Europa League. Through to the round of 16 we go. Who will face? We're not sure. There will be some strong sides left in this competition, but at least we know that one of Newcastle or Juventus will have been knocked out. Question is which? They're going to be one of the strongest opponents we could potentially face in this fixture, or in this competition, sorry, but in this fixture we definitely dominated and deserved to go through. And it's gone to extra time. 1-1 in Newcastle, 1-1 in Turin. And we'll find out in due course who's actually going through in that competition. We have Stockport next in the FA Cup, which we'll simulate. We've Nice in the round of 16. And in that preliminary round, Newcastle win in extra time by 2-1. So the round of 16 is ourselves. I mean, Sevilla, if they're in the Europa League, they've got to be favourites, haven't they? Because they're Sevilla. Paris Saint-Germain, Ajax, Newcastle, maybe Villarreal? Ourselves, Sevilla, PSG and Ajax, and Newcastle. There's still at least five, strong sides still left in that tournament. So we're not favourites for it yet. We are, however, favourites for this next FA Cup tie. That is for damn sure. Here we go then, starting with a slightly changed lineup. Little, Sissoko, Schultz, Martin and Rodriguez maintains his starting spot from cup game to cup game because, well, quite frankly, he earned it, didn't he? Stockport, League 2, really not great. Carl Noyle at right back, though, which is good to see. Former Cambridge United man. We'll wait and see what happens and what develops throughout the course of the remainder of this FA Cup campaign. But after Wigan and Fleetwood and now Stockport in the Cup, we couldn't really have asked for a more straightforward run in this competition so far, could we? Back inside, work it well, work it well. Forced a little bit too far wide, but there is still support here. Guy Schultz! We lead by a goal to nil. It's taken almost the entirety of the first half to get ourselves in front. But finally, Stockport cave. Stockport having a go. Fair play to them for doing so. But unfortunately, having a go isn't good enough. Not yet, anyway. Now having a go is good enough. Olof adds the equaliser, and you might well understand that I want to make sure we avoid a replay. So I'm going to hop in here for the last 15 minutes. I'm going to try and get myself a winning goal, if I can, please. Edwards into Guy. Felipe Rodriguez is here. Crowd urging everybody forward, unsurprisingly. But the cup run just hasn't been that straightforward so far, has it? We narrowly beat Wigan, needed a replay to beat Fleetwood, and, well, it looks like we're going to need a replay to beat Stockport as well. It's not exactly filling me with confidence that we're going to stand a chance of winning the FA Cup this season, to be completely honest. But we are doing well in the league, at least. So, domestically, we're not bad. We know that much. But we are coming undone against some small... Well, not undone, but we just haven't been good enough against the lesser sides. That was with a relatively strong 11 as well. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. It's going to go to extra time here. Okay, we continue on then. Time to call on some first-string players then. Let's bring Salah and Fleming and Salihovic on, and what we'll do is we'll give them a little bit more time in the sim to try and get the job done. Fleming, Salah. Oh! Should have just squared it. Should have just squared it. And we're in. Fleming, run it too far. Second half of extra time on the way. Here we go. But we are headed to penalties here, though. It is penalties against Stockport County. Jump in, please. Salahovic's probably already on his run-up. He better finish this then. Please, Faras. Saved. Olof. He lofts it over the keeper. What's that all about? Salah will go down the middle. Saved. Stockport County might be about to deny me the opportunity to get to Wembley. Roy. Saved. Patrick Guy. I need this to go in, please, Patrick. Saved! Kim Dae-woo! Saved! Javi Parra! Down the middle! Thank God! We've scored! De Carvalho! Buried! I now need to score to stay in the competition. What ridiculous penalty shootout. Francisco da Costa. on his left foot. Saved. We are out of the FA Cup on penalties to Stockport County. Absolute silence around the ground. The home fans don't really know how to react. Nor do I. We do not make it to Wembley in either the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, but someone needs to drug test both goalkeepers because they were insane in that game. 2-1 Stockport win on penalties. Would you, Adam and Eve, it? Well, it's not exactly how I wanted to end the episode, but now we can, I guess, solely concentrate on a European trophy and potentially challenging for the Premier League title as well, as Arsenal have lost their second game and the gap at the top is 8 points, but we have a game in hand and can close it to 5. Maybe not being in the FA Cup will save us the distraction then. And I tell you what, a Premier League title would certainly be a nice consolation prize going out in the FA Cup, wouldn't it? Wolves and Nice in tomorrow's episode, as well as Tottenham, Liverpool, Brentford and Brighton on the horizon as well. It's going to be tasty between now and the end of the season, but there's not far to go. Do make sure you drop the video a like. Check the link in the description to the Twitter post and go and let me know your kit suggestions for next season. They might be as Premier League winners. We never know. We'll find out in due course. I'll see you tomorrow.